In this video, we're going to talk about the top 10 rules of Dave Ramsey you need to know. So before starting, please do like this video and subscribe to the channel for future updates. Even individuals who don't particularly like Dave Ramsey as a person frequently cite his 7 financial guidelines when discussing personal finance. Dave Ramsey is a controversial figure with many critics. When Dave Ramsey initially entered the radio industry in 1992 as Roy Matlock's co-host of The Money Game on his local Nashville, Tennessee 99.7 FM station, I began listening to him. He is 12 years older than me, and we both hail from Antioch, Tennessee, where we both spent our formative years. His birthday is only 3 days after mine. Though we belong to different generations, we're both elderly. Here are 10 rules of Dave Ramsey you need to know. Number 10, build wealth and give. Finally, after paying off all your debts, including the mortgage, you can begin to accumulate wealth and make donations. You're not alone if this doesn't set right with you. Most people who are interested in money management and who are generally good people find great satisfaction in working to accumulate wealth and in making charitable contributions over the course of their adult lives. To be fair, Ramsey's book has a chapter titled Build Wealth Like Crazy that emphasizes how much room there is for wealth creation once you've essentially achieved financial freedom. If you've finished your previous steps, by all means, concentrate even more on it. But at any age or stage of your life, don't be afraid to look for possibilities to accumulate riches and donate it in order to improve the world. Number 9, save for college funds. Saving money for your children's college is unquestionably the item on the list that is least applicable to everyone. Obviously, you may or may not be affected by this. Not everyone has children or wants to have children in the 21st century. Not all kids attend college, and not all parents plan to pay for it if they do. Saving money for your child's college expenditures is a wonderful idea if you want to and intend to make that commitment later in life, but many of us can completely skip this phase depending on our life goals. Number 8, save a starter emergency fund. The first step to getting your finances in order is to start building a $1,000 emergency fund, according to Ramsey. You might or might not find this useful. It might seem paradoxical to save a tiny emergency fund before doing anything else, even paying off debt, but as I previously mentioned, if you don't have any cash on hand, emergencies can quickly push you into more and very expensive debt very quickly. So certainly it makes sense to have a small emergency reserve. Yet the $1,000 threshold is totally arbitrary. Some will require a lot more, some less. An emergency fund is less crucial than it is for most people if, for instance, you're a recent graduate living rent-free with wealthy parents, have a strong credit score, and have excellent health insurance. Number 7, save for retirement. Ramsey advises allocating 15% of household income to retirement savings, which is a random advice rather than necessarily being bad. The kind of retirement you choose will affect your retirement savings, among other things. However, it's also necessary to pay off all debt and accumulate a sizable emergency fund before beginning to save for retirement. We've already discussed how early retirement savings are more valuable than those accumulated later in life because compound interest essentially. Hence, depending on your situation, preparing for retirement at the same time as paying off low priority debt and increasing your emergency fund may be the best course of action. Number 6, pay off your house. Again, there are some huge presumptions at play. The biggest one, which is hotly contested, is that everyone should own a home. Even if you own a home, Ramsey's advice to pay off your mortgage as quickly as possible might not be the wisest move for you. Your mortgage is frequently a fairly affordable form of debt, and there may even be tax benefits associated with it. If your investments succeed, using the money you would have used to pay off your mortgage to invest could end up being more advantageous in the long run. Again, this is a pretty broad rule that might or might not apply to you. Number 5, build a bigger emergency fund. Following debt repayment, Ramsey advises building an emergency fund with 3 to 6 months worth of spending. Again, this is sound general counsel, but it very probably needs to be modified to fit your needs. Examine your other financial options, including insurance, employee perks, passive income, and other sources of household income, such as spouse's salary, and adjust your emergency fund to your unique needs. Number 4, you must save and invest. Have enough in an emergency fund to cover unforeseen costs and prevent taking on additional debt is the first step in saving money. The first baby step is just setting aside $1,000 as a buffer, which may then be increased to 3 to 6 months to cover living expenses while looking for work. Savings can also be used to pay off debt and make large expenditures in the future, such as funding the education of your children, getting a car, or making modifications to your home. By purchasing stocks and bonds, you invest in order to share in business profits. Investing can help you reach financial independence and accumulate enough money for retirement when you're no longer able to work. Consistent, automatic, disciplined saving and investment is the secret. Although everyone is aware of what must be done, very few people actually carry it out. Be the one to set aside money and make investments for your future. Number 3, only be in high-quality relationships. The 5 individuals you spend the most time with make up the average of who you are. Jim Rohn, the people you hang out with, and your financial situation are strongly correlated. According to study, most millionaires stay married to the same partner for their whole lives. Their husband was thrifty and shrewd with their expenditures, and they both had similar financial aspirations. The studies have shown that over a 10-year period, your income will be roughly between 10% and 20% of the average of your 10 closest friends' income. We tend to pick up habits from our friends and family, going where they go, spending money like they spend, and reading the same books, or not reading at all, but watching television instead. Dave Ramsey, but the books you read and the people you meet, you will be the same person you are today in 5 years. Tremendous Charlie Jones. Number 2, get out of debt. Your income will be consumed by consumer debt, destroying your ability to invest and save. Outside of a 15-year mortgage on a house that you can afford, Dave Ramsey is completely against debt. Never pay more than 25% of your monthly take-home pay after taxes towards your mortgage, according to Dave Ramsey. For brand new autos, the average monthly payment is $677. With used autos, the average monthly payment is $515. Consumers finance new cars at a rate of 38.22% in the second quarter of 2022. Consumers financed used cars to the tune of 61.78% in the second quarter of 2022. By making car payments, you become the bank's and the automaker's cash-flowing asset. Too many people believe that they have no choice but to finance the purchase of a new car. It's better to buy used cars and let someone else deal with the depreciation. Keep your car as long as you can after it has been paid off, or buy a car you can finally afford with cash. These concepts may seem extreme, but the vast majority of vehicles I've owned over the previous 30 years had no car payments, which enabled me to accumulate all the money and grow my capital throughout that time. Now, according to Ramsey, credit cards should be paid off first, and the quickest method to do this is to move them from the smallest to the greatest debt in order to gain momentum. Once they have been fully compensated, chop them up and cancel the account. Avoid becoming caught by credit card debt, since it can quickly spiral out of hand. Number 1, use a budget in your personal finances. Wealth and income are not the same thing. Wealth is created through your investments and savings of income. Most millionaires have the ability to regulate their spending. Maybe they have set budgets, or they just naturally spend less than they make. Before the month even starts, write down your monthly spending plans, advises Dave Ramsey, and then stick to them. The first step to managing your own money is to realize this. You should have a budget, since every firm does. It makes you aware of where your money is going and instills discipline. So what do you think about our video? Let us know in the comment box below, and please do like this video and subscribe to this channel for future updates.